Yo, what's up, everybody? This is MBG here with the Long War. I am joined with Juice and Kenny Boucher. What's up, guys?
Hey, what's up, y'all?
Yo, players, how's it going?
Yo, getting some feedback from one of y'all there. I don't know, I don't know who it is, but check your mic. So,
Mic check, 1, 2, 1, 2. Thanks for everybody. Thanks for tuning in tonight. We're supposed to have a full cast of everybody tuning in, saying we're supposed to have some high numbers of people. So make sure everybody give us a shout out so we can call you out.
yeah, no doubt. Don't be shy. We're gonna hit up some Eldar today because that seems to be the big thing, right?
Hot off the presses. Got a lot of Eldar talk.
Oh man, there's so much going on with these guys. I mean, first off, the Wraith Knight. That's kind of bananas. Like, first of all, it's points cost, stuff getting for free. Like, you get the Wraith Blade, the Ghost Glaive, and the shield for free. And it's a Lord of War, and it's a gargantuan creature.
So wait, hold on. It gets the D sword for free?
Of course it does. Why not, right?
So if you just compare it to the Bloodthirster Sensate Rage, who is 275, you mean this guy has, weapon skill 5 or weapon skill 4, initiative 5?
I would say it's the best 20-point upgrade ever.
Yo, man, and he's a gargantuan creature.
So he gets to feel no pain. He can't be insta-killed out unless, you get the 6s on the Ds and all that.
I mean, think about this too. Like, one of the major weaknesses of Wraith Knights have been poison weapons and whatnot, right? Like Deathmire stuff, they get poisoned too. Like gargantuan creatures aren't affected by that stuff.
Yep. That's a great point. Like, again, it just holds true that Eldar has the best monstrous creatures there are, gargantuan creatures. And this might be the go-to of tonight, but who knew Eldar's pretty good?
Well, I don't know if you guys caught it, but I did a little top 10 rumor, like, rules confirmations based on all those codex pictures that have been leaking over the past couple days. So let's take a look. Let's run those down and get you guys' thoughts on them, because I mean,
yeah, I'd love to see that.
I played Eldar for a long time. I know we've all fought against Eldar for the past couple of years, and various results there. But I'm sure we all can come to some sort of consensus on a lot of these points. I feel like, right?
Break it down for us, my brother.
All right. Well, we already talked about the Wraith Knight, so obviously that's kind of a hot button issue. There's consistent lists out there that using the little Decurion they're getting, you can fit like 5 of these guys in it and still be competitive.
The elf Decurion?
The elf, the Skirani Xenos Decurion. So Banshees, they're really coming in strong now. We haven't seen a lot from the Aspect Warriors, I don't feel like, in a long time. It kind of feels like they were kind of the redheaded stepchild of the Eldar, and now they're getting fast, they're ignoring cover, they're getting faster, they're doing all sorts of things. Do you guys see these becoming a thing on the tabletop? I mean,
was that confirmed rumors? Like everyone suspect Aspect Warriors going to get good?
A lot of them got good. Yeah, like
what got good about Banshee specifically?
Well, they're going to ignore cover first off. They're a little bit faster initiative-wise. They're still low strength, still toughness 3, scrawny Xenos, of course. But It seems like they almost have a chance in combat now.
Well, are they 9 points or something?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like they've always had the initiative. It doesn't matter between the Banshee Mass, the High, whatever. Being able to ignore cover, which is kind of clutch. But I mean, if they're only gonna bring in a T3 and a Strength 3, like, I don't know. But Banshees are my jam. I've loved them from the beginning. I played back in the day. I played them when I had an Avatar and the Court of the Young King. Had a bunch of Banshees running around. Yeah, dude, that was my joint. So I would love to see it. Just like I would love to see some Harlequins do what they do, but I think it's going to be left a little short, especially in nowadays meta.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, there's going to be a wide swing here as people kind of dance around and sniff each other's butts, so to speak, about like what lists are going to pair up against other lists. I feel like. Keeping with the whole aspect thing, it's really cool to see striking scorpions. They got stealth and shrouded too, until they like shoot or assault. What do you think about that? Do you think? I mean, a three up Eldar with some decent attacks at strength 4.
Yeah, now we're talking about something. I want everybody to listen up on this real quick. We have now ignore cover is not that big of a thing anymore. The Wave Serpent, the firepower is gone for the most part for what it could used to do, right? So now the only really major cover stuff that we have is the Tau, and little bits here and there. So any model that has Stealth or Shroud is about to just got a huge boost. Would you agree?
Oh yeah, totally without a doubt. And and I kind of put on one of my articles. I don't know when it went live or when it will be live, if it's live already. But it really seems to be that Tau might actually kind of while everybody's figuring out the Eldar, Tau might just kind of sneak in and be like, "Yo, hey, we're here. We're still here."
I don't know. I don't know if I agree with that. I mean, everybody on Earth who plays Eldar has 3 Wraith Knights, and it's not a whole lot of things in Eldar and the Tau Codex are going to deal with that.
Yeah, they're gonna close. They're gonna close on the Tau quick and jump all up in their face as far as that goes.
Literally, they're just gonna jump across the table. I'll and just with their new funeral pain saves and their their ridiculousnesses.
Let me just get off on a side tangent here. If you've got all these people on this side and players on this side are building to fight all these Wraith Knights that they expect to see over on this side, then it almost seems like, well, if you come in with some Tau, and this Tau, it's like the ultimate paper, rock, scissors. Like, this Tau beats these armies that are meting for these Eldar. So these two right here are the counters to each other. This is the counter to the Eldar. Like, it kind of seems like we're going back and forth with it now.
In the Confucius, I think, once says, when you play the paper, rock, scissor game, bring a gun.
Yeah.
I think he said that. That was written down one time. But
that's where we're at with the Wraith Knight right now.
So real quick shout-outs, man. It's getting kind of full. Ben, thanks for checking in. Boxcar 40K, a.k.a.
Good old Cat Boxer.
Yep, a.k.a. 40K Boxer. Lamont checking in, big pimpin'. Clint. Steve Bruley, one of my faves. What's up, pimp? Great seeing you. Void, what's up, man? John is asking, he wants to know, he went to the longwar.net, but he can't sign up. Just wants me to log into Spiky Bits. No sign-in button. Please help. I got the gerbils on that right now.
Oh my goodness! This is a live FAQ right here.
I just went to the longwar.net, but I can't sign up. Just wants me to log in at Spiky Bits. That's weird. Yeah, you should. I'll go take a look at it. You should just be able to go to longwar.net and click any of the subscribe buttons, and it just you can set your password, and then you just sign up for the subscription. And
yeah, I wonder if he's already tried to sign up and he's having login issues.
You just shoot the tech email. Just shoot over an email with the issue, and I'll get to it right after the webcast.
I might
be able to get to it right now.
As fast as possible.
Juice is actually our tech guy.
Yeah, it is. Lamont is saying that he just heated up some pizza. First, I need to know what kind, Lamont. I'm going to guess that you are a sausage, jalapeno, and onion guy. Tell me if I'm wrong or right. I'm going off on a limb here. And he's drinking some beer, listening on how Blood Angels, we're going to give Secret Tech on how Blood Angels are going to beat the new Eldar.
That is... what? They're probably not.
You're gonna have a tough time with the gargantuan creature Wraith Knight. I feel like.
It's just it's like GW. They love Eldar and they love Space Marines. They don't love the not Codex Space Marine stuff quite as much. But Grav is still good, etc. So that's unfortunately with all these side Space Marine codexes, they don't have any Grav. Yeah. Or they do, but they don't have the Centaurians, which is the main thing.
Yeah, it seems like the obvious counter to Wraith Knights is Centurions for sure, right?
Yeah.
The thing is, everyone online tells me you'll still beat them with Grav. It's like, Grav always killed Wraith Knights. Wraith Knights are harder to kill with Grav now than they were. Just they have feel no pain now.
They feel no pain.
They are 33% stronger and harder to kill with Grav than they were for almost no difference in points, and they can do a lot more damage. So ultimately, we still saw almost every Eldar player on Earth running 2 Wraith Knights before, even when Grav existed. They're going to continue to run that format and be way more successful than they previously were.
Well, clearly you just need to take 33% more Centurions, right?
That is going to be the answer.
There it is. You heard it here first. The unveiling.
33% more Centaurians works 100% of the time.
Man, good on GW. They make this great kit that's like $100 some. You got to buy those to like play, and then to counter it, you got to buy like $60-$70 kits to counter it.
It's almost like they know what they're doing in some ways.
They are a 35-year-old company. They seem to know what they're doing.
Lamont came back to let me know it's meat lovers with a mix of Supreme. My faves.
So he's got one meat lovers pizza, one Supreme pizza, and then he made a sandwich out of them?
Yes. That's actually in the queue he's showing here. There's a picture, etch-a-sketch of how he did it. Patrick, what's going on, man? Thanks for checking in as well. So yeah, back to the Eldar, man. Like, so what's next on the list, man? We got the aspects and we got the Wraith. What's number 3 or number 7?
So Wraith Guard are basically coming in about 30-40 points a model, like they used to be, right? Based on the weaponry, whether you're taking the Scythe or the Wraith Cannon. So there's not really a huge shift there for this new distort weapons, right?
So their new D gun, they're about the same points they used to be?
Sure looks like it.
Nice, not bad.
Are they going to still have that flamer thing that they can do?
Yeah, but it doesn't. The store's different now.
You can't get the Super 6 on the D table, so you won't get like the super like crazy. Hey, I just did all.
You can't ever ignore people's armor vulnerable save.
Well, that too, but it is still strength 4. So, but it is a template, so it still seems pretty good for the points, right?
Right. Yeah, I mean, having a unit of like 5 with the D cannon is pretty good. That helps you take out some of those other people's super heavy. Pretty easy.
And it's interesting you say that.
I mean, it's good. It's good.
Did we lose Kenny there?
What's happening?
I think we might just lost Kenny there for a second.
Apparently he's back. He's appeared back from the warp.
I'll tap into the server and see if I can get with Keanu Reeves and see if we can fix what's going on.
Operator, bring back Kenny. So the Wraith Guard, they seem pretty good, and that's interesting that you brought up that point there, because it seems like when we were just talking about Centurions there a minute ago too, but you know what else always seemed to drop in and always seemed to be able to take out Wraith Knights was anything like Stern Guard pods, right? With all the super combis, and then the Space Wolf, Wolf Guard could do it, right? So like I feel like those are still strong builds as a counter.
Oh, 100%. There's a lot of counters still out there. I mean, we could do 4 episodes and talk infinity hours on what beats what, and that's kind of where our heads are at with ATC right around the corners. We got to think about all these matches. But I would like to say for all the people who, when the book comes out, and it happens every time, we all know, oh, the sky is falling, I can't use this, or this got worse, or this got better. I can't wait till maybe later on in the show, or maybe next time we talk about, let's take your list, what you were playing before. Don't worry about having to sell all your models off and create new ones. Let's just make minor changes, look at it not so much as a whole, and think the sky is falling out, whether you can't play against it or can, I heard a lot of people have been saying, oh, well, we can't beat the new Eldar, well, I'm a Nid player who's been playing against Eldar with Wave Serpents. I felt like I couldn't beat them before, it is what it is. So we just take with what we got, right?
Yeah, no, without a doubt there. So, speaking of Wraith Knight, they're not the only Lord of Wars. The Avatar is also a Lord of War, too.
Oh, my man. My main man.
Right?
Does that mean he's getting a new model?
It's not on the books right now that he's getting a new model yet, but wouldn't that be cool?
Oh, man, I
plastic Avatar?
The huge bloody hand of just awesomeness. Can't wait.
Oh, wait, you remember that one, what is it, that Dark Elf model, the Cauldron of Blood or whatever, had that big, like, Avatar, it was that Avatar Kane, but we know what's up, it's probably
he was a beast.
Yeah, dude, something like that would be pretty dope.
Yep. Johnny Watkins checking in. Stoner Steve.
Good old Stoner Steve.
Guys.
Blood for the Blood God.
Don't mean to interrupt, but we got a hobby question here for Kenny. Excuse me, in Kenny's videos, he is pushing, is he pushing 40 PSI? When I was watching Rush videos, he was painting the Nurgle and switched to 20 PSI for the highlights. What is the difference?
The difference is what I'm comfortable with. The higher the PSI, the easier it is to blow the acrylics through your airbrush. But obviously there's a lot of control. So going down to 20 gives you more control. Going up to 40 gives you more smooth application. So I just always practice at 40, so I will maintain 40.
So is that kind of just like a normal thing if you're doing highlights or something a little more fine work? Do you want to go down in PSI?
Typically, but then if you're using these heavy acrylics, that's when you start noticing the clogs is when you go down to PSI.
Oh,
Yeah,
because that's the actual type of paint. Mm-hmm. I find that too. With depending on what magic marker I try to squeeze the juice out of, it kind of comes out a little different. So.
They smell different depending on which one you use, right?
Yep. Using the old Corolla airbrush market.
Oh yeah, yo man, some of my favorite ones are those the off brands. Let me tell you what, they got the best smelling. All right, so Logan says, to clarify, they are retaining their original strength, but they're also D weapons. I'm a touch confused.
I think he's talking about the Wraith Guard template weapons. Dang it, the D sights.
Mm-hmm. So there's that.
Yeah, there's still. I mean, dude, a D weapon freaking template is kind of still crazy in my opinion. Oh, and they're I don't know if you guys saw that either, but their what is it? Their number 6 power is the apocalyptic template that it has Fleshbane, but it's a warp charge 4 to cast.
Our first warp charge 4.
So quick though, those D scythes. I mean, if they're D weapons, aren't they resolved at strength 10? Like the D chart says, you always win on a 2. This happens, and it says for the purposes of feel no pain, it's resolved at 10. I guess it says unless otherwise it has a strength, or.
I think it does say unless it has a strength. To be honest,
so they're strength 4, but they always wound on a 2 because they're D. Right. I mean, isn't that what happens? You have a D table you just roll on.
That sounds right in theory.
So, I mean, if that's the case, if they're just D weapons that you got a strength 4 that you ignore the 6 on. Seems like you can cover a unit of toughness 9 models and still win them on 2s, right?
I wish I could.
He plays nothing but Apocalypse.
I wish you could. While we're looking up that, Nick, thanks for checking in, man. He wants to know what about the new Assassins? The Vindicare always wounds on a 2+ no cover. Does that still overrule the Gargantuan creature?
If it's not poison, I think it does. Like I think Fleshbane still works on Gargantuan creatures, right?
Yeah, the to wound does. It just can't cause extra. Like if something's like, oh, it just causes doubles.
It's about poison.
Yeah, it only does D3, but poison still.
No, like it says, saying is like the assassin always wounds on a 2. Does that still wound a Gargantuan creature on a 2? And we're saying yes because it's not poison 2. Poison does not wound Gargantuan creatures anything better than a 6.
Mm-hmm. Yes, if it says poison like that, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if it does or not, but David E has got the same thought wave mind as you there, Robbie B, with that Avatar, the Dark Eldar one, or the Dark Elf model.
How they can make it.
Yep, he made his avatar out of that guy. So, David, man, if you got some pictures, we'd love to check that out.
Yeah, post them on the Long War not the Long War but the Long War Facebook page. We've been pushing that thing hard, trying to get the community going there. And while I'm saying that, please, we have a veterans exclusive area on the Spiky Bits forum, and I think that's forum.spikybits.
Yeah, forum.spikybits.com. Got a big area in there for all the veterans of the Long War. Anybody that listens to Long War, participates in all the videos and stuff. Head on in there. It's just a great community. It's really starting to build up. It's good to see.
And that's kind of like where we're at with this whole push. Is that obviously we're trying to bring hobby back, but that's all about the community. So we need places where we can all come together and talk. Share ideas and share our pictures. The webcast is only 1% of that whole process. And while we're talking about the webcast, let me take this opportunity to talk about what's going to start happening here really soon. Starting next week, the webcast will become a veteran exclusive to where it is exactly like all of our other YouTube channels. Everyone who's a veteran of the Long War gets it 1 week before everyone else. So it's still going to be free, still going to be on the internet for everybody, but it's 1 week ahead of time for everyone who's in the Hall of Veterans, who's throwing that $5.99 at us, helping us bring hobby back.
Yep. So what he's saying is only veterans can come in and talk, hang out with us, and everything like that. Everybody else gets to watch us as just or listen on later, a week later.
Yeah, and but of course it's still live. We don't, anyone on Earth can watch it live.
Yep.
Anybody can watch it at a later date. Chock full of ads, by the way, because when it's in the Hall of Veterans, it's an ad-free experience. But when it goes to YouTube, it will have 100 billion ads.
We might have to check the rules on that. I don't think we can put 100 billion ads in it, Kenny.
3 ads seems like 100 billion if you're.
Oh, man.
So check this out.
Hold on, I'm sorry. I got to take a special time out. Family of Gamer, Coach, man. I just saw you in here. I just wanted to make sure we stop the show and we give a big shout out, man.
We all got caressed.
Yes, I was touched inappropriately by a child.
Yeah, I don't know if there's many instances we can ever say that statement and have it be factual and allowable socially.
Yeah.
All right, Robbie B., what you got for us?
Yeah, so it looks like that strength 10 thing, according to Destroyer Weapons on page 163 of the main rulebook, it's only strength 10 for purposes of instant death. So if a destroyer hit has an instant death special rule, assume it has strength 10. So it isn't stock strength 10.
Well, I mean, there must be more to it. What it's saying is that even if it doesn't have a strength, it's strength 10, son, for the instant death special rule. So
right, for purposes of determining
toughness 5, you're instantly killed. Yeah, your toughness 5 or below. If you're wounded by a destroyer weapon, it counts as strength 10 versus death. It doesn't matter how many D3 wounds, 1 wound kills you. So does that apply to D weapons that already have a strength?
I don't see why not, to be honest. I mean, it says for purposes of determining if it has the instant death special rule, assume it has strength 10. So go to the instant death special rule in the main rule book, and let's figure out how that works before we say strength 4 weapons are actually strength 10. if you know what I'm saying. You still have to roll the wound. You would still have to roll the wound.
Well,
based to strength 10, based to strength 4.
Well, you don't roll a wound with D weapons. You roll on the D chart.
Correct.
So that's
if a model suffers an unsaved wound from an attack with a special roll, it is reduced to 0 wounds and removed as a casualty. So, destroy a weapon attack table. Yeah, it just causes it to lose D3 wounds. So it really doesn't matter for the whole like strength 4 or whatever.
I feel that. I feel like we spent enough time. We will put up on the Facebook page our exact answer because we got a chock full of loaded other great answers. Ben wants to know right now, do you think with our swarms coming back, with the amount of Eldar firepower going away because of wave serpents and things, and D weapons can be added to the upcoming release, do you guys think the green tide and stuff like that is better? No? Yes?
Actually, I was in a multi-test with a bunch of people, Mark Parker, my brother, a few other people, and I think that some of the green tide people I've been talking to, competitive, are actually saying no. They're saying that this is the nail in the coffin, that it's what's the point? Because there's the thing we're not talking about. What about like 40 jet bikes with all these new weapon upgrades that we're talking about? Be able to put like 100 wounds down on a unit, you know? So I know some of the green tide guys that I know are competitors saying that they're putting it on the shelf for a little while and coming back to it because they don't think they can stand up against Eldar.
Wow.
Man. Okay, so, but hey, thank you very much. This is another reason why people love the show, and for some of the competitive players, is some insight. Mark Parker, I mean, one of the best Org players I know, probably in the country. So, I mean,
before GW backed out of the GT, he won 5 grand tournaments. I don't think anybody ever did that before. So he knows what he's talking about works. So, and it took a little bit of convincing, a little bit of back and forth, but at the end of the day, he said he's going to come up with some do something for it.
Dang. Well, I mean, and that's not just the only thing either. Like, all those jet bikes can have either scatter lasers or the shuriken guns, which I don't know. What do you guys prefer more? The scatter laser, it's 4 shots, but it's not a laser lock, or you can take the shuriken cannon, which is blade storm, 3 shots.
And I'm gonna go blade storm. Do you know?
Blade storm means we can kill other people's wraith knights.
Yeah, ghetto rending is the truth.
Still the truth.
Yep.
Yeah, no, that's a really good point too. Like the Eldar Codex has a lot of people online saying that the sky's falling. Like I'm quitting Warhammer 40K. It's too much, and nothing could get me more mad than an Eldar release But I'll tell you what, this is exactly how mad I get every time they come with the narcotics. So nothing new here. I don't like the playstyle, but that doesn't mean the playstyle shouldn't exist. Having said that, this is might just be ushering in kind of maybe some new styles. You know, maybe we're going to start seeing some gargantuan creatures thrown around. I wouldn't be surprised if GW came out with FAQ and made the Bloodthirster gargantuan creature. It certainly makes sense with how big he is and what size his base is on, and how many points he is for what he does. You know, it could have been maybe not an oversight, but maybe they didn't realize that they got that twisted until they dropped this model. You know, so I'm not too worried about it. I think that will keep pushing through, especially if you want. And this is only a concern if you're competitive. Like if you want to go and win all these big tournaments, then this is a problem for you. If you literally don't care about that, this is not a problem for you. So
yeah, I mean the 500 or so to 1,000 super competitive gamers that go to all these tournaments.
In the world, and the whole world. There might be like 250 of them in the United States.
But if Bill in your social gaming group wants to run this just to, like, you know, kill everybody, then Bill isn't going to have a lot of people to play after a while, right?
Because that's the good thing about Casual Friday, man. Is hey, I don't want to waste my 2 hours that I get to play a week going up against that. Sorry, bro. You know.
Real quick, while we're talking about the Eldar Orc scene there, Johnny wants to know: can Orc MSU multi-CAD list stand a chance against a tournament Eldar? My gut shot before I say no and don't because it's Orc in this, I don't know, man. If I spent enough time and you try to figure out, who knows. But if you, just so you know, to say a tournament Eldar list, if you build a list sole purpose to beat one build of Eldar, somebody who's bringing Adamantium Lance is going to come over and stomp all over you. That's the thing about a good tournament list, is you have to be able to go against all the builds. That's who wins a tournament, you know, or you get really good pairing.
Wise words, sir. That is true. If you go hard into pain against one build, I think that's what Rob was trying to say kind of at the beginning of the show with the meta, how it's going to shift, and then this got good, If you get hyper obsessed about beating one list, we were talking to Thomas today about a really cool 12 Centaurian list. Yeah. The list will be a modification to that list will be up in the Hall of Veterans and the download sections. It's a really good list for beating Eldar. It could also beat some flying monsters creatures, and maybe if it goes against maybe a couple of other armies. But it's not. It's going to get killed by the green side. It's going to get killed by by little demon spam. So it's kind of like, as good as the army is, you're kind of having to beat a bunch of regular armies with luck just to get to the rounds where you have to play up against these new Wraith Knights. So it's like what Juice was saying. You got to build something that can survive everything. And the problem is a lot of people are going to immediately start playing Eldar again, because it kind of satisfies all those requirements. So you got to decide, do you want to play Eldar or do you not? It's kind of like the analogy I read online was, it's like Street Fighter, which everything comes back to Street Fighter.
Of course.
Everyone who plays Street Fighter has access to the best character in Street Fighter. So do you play the best character in Street Fighter, or do you play for the love?
There you go. Age-old question. I'm with it. I'm playing for the love, man. I've been sticking with my NIDs. This is what it is. I stick with Blood Angels. If I play something else, it's to have fun. So there it is. Roger wants to know, when are we going to see some Long War merchandise? He said his Maker's Mart is going to taste better out of a Long War tumbler. And my brother is.
Have you been leaking our secrets, Juice?
Yeah, seriously. Literally, I'm about to put Siri, scan the house for bugs.
Yeah, seriously. Juice is the director of merchandise in this operation, so please, Juice, answer this one.
Oh, yes. Let me just tell you what's in the works. We've got, there's going to be some for only high rollers. We've got tumblers. I'm going to have some decanter in the mix. I mean, there's some pretty fresh stuff. Like I was pitching the idea to Kenny. I was like, look, man, we are playing an exclusive game. Man, everybody doesn't play this. You know, it's really expensive as this, so why not? Let's take the full experience, and we're going to give you some really nice, you know, things to enjoy all the hobbies, like your Maker's Mart.
Yes, because obviously it's a no-brainer. We're going to have all the game add-ons, and this is all stuff you'll see that this year. Guaranteed. I don't know if it's going to be by the end of the summer or not. We're working daily on this project, but obviously the game add-ons, Juice will be, you know, telling us when the dates are right, when we're going to have the dice, when we're going to have the tape measures, we're going to have all the measuring tapes. That's obvious. what Juice is
Yeah, what
talking
about some
is,
T-shirts?
obviously T-shirts. But what we're talking about is that next level exclusivity. We're talking the collectibles, like the one-of-a-kind things that have numbers on them. We're talking crystal characters with laser logos on them, on sterling silver trays with the Long War stamp. We're gonna go all out.
Yeah, and you know that we don't do anything, without it being the pimpest, the Gist, whatever. So I mean, you're gonna want to have company over, sipping out of some super fresh rocks glasses. This isn't like cheap Walmart, man. Furthermore, I can't even formulate words into a sentence right now. I'm super pumped about it. I've got a huge book of stuff that I can't wait to get out over the next 18 months. It's a good time to be a veteran.
Yeah, so and obviously stickers are going to be a big part because we've been just pumping out these stickers for the prize packs, which obviously, if you guys aren't a part of the giveaway, you need to get up on the Facebook page and hit the Long War Boy tab. You need to go in there and you need to sign up because we're giving out 10 of these prize packs. And each one of them has stickers, has our caricature likenesses, has the logos. We're going to be blasting the sticker. Our sticker game is going to get tight here really soon too. So I guess to answer Roger's question, very soon. There will be merchandise very soon, and we have a billion ideas.
Yep. So bringing it back to the hobby, Nick wants to know, what is a good gold for the Notre Dame Fighting Irish's color? He's having a hard time trying to find it. Does either one of you guys have an idea?
Is that for airbrushing or for just like painting?
Well, I guess try to match their color. I don't know off the top of my head. I typically always like to use bronzes and coppers and mix them together. GW has a really copper, and I also like to use Walton bronze from P3, but I don't know how close to the Notre Dame colors that is. So.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, the Notre Dame gold it's not a real shiny. It's almost kind of like a dull, dark.
Oh yeah, it's
gold.
like it's kind of like a flat.
Is it even is it even metallic?
Not really.
Yeah,
well,
maybe.
no, it's more like. Well, they got new helmets now. It looks like. Yeah, it looks like kind of just like almost like a burnished gold, Kenny.
It's like, look, brother, send me one of these helmets. I will analyze it for you. I'll take some paint chips. I'll scrape them up. I'll put them in my laboratory. I'll figure out the exact colors. Just obviously hit me up online. Send me one of these sweet helmets. I'll figure the rest out for you.
And we will he'll do a whole video wearing this helmet.
Yep, I'll do one whole video wearing this helmet.
Man,
crash test it.
I just wanted to also take a microphone break check and let everybody know today is a special day. This is a day of all days. It's Monday / it's Wednesday. Just kidding. It's Kenny B, second biggest Armor 40K's birthday.
I actually forgot momentarily. As I like to say, 30 years ago on this day, my dad did not wear a condom.
Yep. That actually was one of the chain events, the first of chain of events to occur in the process of that is we know now, Kenny.
And I want to say thanks to all the birthday wishes on my Facebook page. There has been I almost want to while there's still time left on my birthday, there have been some amazing comments. There are two that are my favorite, and I will read them off to you as soon as I find them. But what I pose to is a call to action. I want a Kenny Happy Birthday contest, and it has to be chaos themed. So your birthday wishes need to obviously be clutch, but chaos themed. And and a couple people wrote some things to me today that brought made me cry. Single tear of blood.
A single blood.
Haven't seen that in a while.
A single blood tear. I haven't done that since Buffalo Wild Wings and where was that? Texas.
I think that was.
And when
2011.
when the habanero got sprayed into my eye. Just
while Kenny's looking that up, I'm gonna run to somebody real quick. We got you. I can't remember I think it was Nick who asked about it, but Coach is always coming in clutch. Notre Dame Gold is called Vegas Gold. Check it out.
Vegas Gold. Ooh, sounds fancy.
Thanks, Coach.
Yeah. Dang,
so I got one right here. I want to read this from Zach Fredericks. Many years ago today, the moons had come into alignment, signifying a terrible portent. A great chaos spawn was birthed forth onto the earth and wreaked all sorts of glorious pestilence and carnage since then. Happy birthday, Kenny. That guy is my current winner. Until midnight tonight, the contest is open. Whoever wins this contest will get a free sticker.
I love it. I absolutely
Pretty
love
dope.
it.
That was a really good one.
Zach Fred is in the lead.
Clearly in the lead right now. Jeez, that's pretty awesome.
All you suckers just saying happy birthday with a smiley face, you're not gonna win. Just so you know.
What if we stick our tongues out on that smiley face? Where's that put us?
First off, there's a lot of things you can do with emoticons that's cooler than a smiley face.
No doubt.
True
I feel you there.
I have to live there because it's like, man, all the things I want to say are for an older audience. And a family of gamers sitting here, you might have his family watching.
Yeah, no,
we always keep it clean. So, Robbie B, where are we at on your list?
Yeah, I was just gonna hit you up. So one of my personal favorites here, because we hadn't seen them be relevant in a long time, was the Falcon. Falcon gets deep strike now, and it doesn't deviate. It's like it's got its own built-in webway portal without the Archeon, right? Or without the Archon needed, right? So like transport capacity 6.
Right?
What's that?
People can go in Falcons, right?
It turns out they can.
Yes,
transport capacity 6. Yep. So I'm thinking there's some stuff to be done there. Like the Fire Dragon's got a lot stronger. They get +3 to the chart basically when they're rolling on the armor pen. That is
+3 to the chart.
So
basically it stacks that way. They get like +3 to the chart. So you don't want Fire Dragons up in your grill. And this seems like a good way to do it. And you can even make them squadrons now. You can have squadrons of Falcons. So you can deep strike these bad boys in. Then you can deploy out like 3 squads of Fire Dragons and just be like, what?
Ooh, Robbie B, you might be onto something about these aspects, man, because if I'm not mistaken, and I hope I'm not stealing any thunder, but did I hear a rumor that swooping hawks with their little fancy wings can stick haywire bombs on flyers and all that kind of stuff? Is this a thing?
They sure can. It's a real thing. You're not dreaming.
Wait, what?
Yep.
They can basically intercept, like their old 2nd edition rule, they can basically intercept flyers that they fly over and clam grenades on them.
So they can just, I've got my Swooping Hawks right here, and you've got your Storm Raven. I can fly with a Storm Raven, and it's just dead.
Yeah, it turns into like a big explosion.
Okay, the only way that I will let this fly is no more fruity pebble-colored wings on these. They need to be like the Archangel of the sky.
Yeah, they need to. I want tactical, like SWAT team armor.
Yes.
And then obviously they're going to be adorned in the skulls of the dead.
So you know what I'm thinking is Rain of Fire with the Archangels.
Yeah, they call them Archangels. 30-second lifespan. Yeah.
That's exactly what they are, man. So no more. These guys are basically the trillest Eldars in this book.
I could really see a good point for them putting out a new kit for Swooping Hawks. Like they would look fantastic.
They don't. Their lame, stupid wings don't match how badass they currently are.
No.
Is what you said.
Yep. Also, Coach, hot off the wire here, says, wait, when did Kenny win the 2nd biggest arms in 40K?
Well,
right.
We went to DEFCON and Coach showed us his biceps. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Actually, that pushed him 3rd biggest arms in 40K.
Yeah. I'm sorry. You have been dethroned, Kenny. I apologize. I need to redo this list.
Yep.
Wow.
I'm about to start hitting the weights.
Yeah, just don't hit like me.
There's a definite pecking order now for the biggest guns.
Yeah.
The weight room hit me on Monday, and I threw my back out.
That's what you get when you curl 180 pounds in each hand.
Picked up 80-pound dumbbells and threw my back out.
That's great.
Yep. So now
you should just curl cats next time. They're a lot safer.
Now that we know I'm not an Archangel, what else do we got, Robbie B?
One last second on this. I'm so lazy, I won't even curl. Like, I was about to make a joke about how I do 12-ounce curls and stuff. It's like, dog, I drink beer out of a straw. I'm so fat. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna curl no 12 ounces.
The reason why Kenny drinks 24-ounce beers is because he can gulp more per curl than the 12-ounce.
Yeah. It's a lot more efficient if you really think about it.
The easy gulping opening with the little air thing at the top, so you can just house it.
Yep. Man, that's the thing that 211 is missing. Steel Reserve needs to get the wide mouth with the vent.
Yeah.
Oh my God. we're gonna have to obviously invent a can that has a seal, air seal pulled back for shotgunning beer.
Oh.
How has this not been invented? I can't believe I just said that in there. Not my idea, Patrons.
Yep.
Dude, you just need your keys. You just need to like pop the hole in it and just go.
I want there to be like a lock on it. Fits the key.
Oh, that's what's up.
Ooh, I just saw this.
It'll be a Long War key and lock.
I love it. It's called the universal key for all beers.
Yep.
Steve Bruley has been painting this whole time his Chaos Lord on Juggernaut for the Demonkin list.
Oh, so clutch.
Yo, Steve,
Man, I really
matter of
like
fact,
Chaos.
you told me to tell you, I think, I know Robbie B is making a special appearance. I am not going to be able to this Saturday. I've got a big festival, but Hit Point Hobbies is popping off this Saturday for one of their events. So if you guys got it free, man, stop by. And during lunch break, Steve, try to come by and grab some lunch with me at the festival in Southern Pines.
Oh, how close is that to? I'll come over there for lunch. How close is that to Hit Point?
You know our favorite Mexican restaurant, the only Mexican restaurant
do.
basically there. It is basically a half mile from there.
Oh, well then, I would like to eat with you for lunch too.
We know what's going down.
What are you making for lunch?
So I'm going to do my fresh roasted corned beef Reubens.
Rubens?
Yep, I roast my own corned beef, none of that daily slice stuff. I've got fresh ribeye, Philly cheesesteaks, rosemary chicken Phillies, and hand-cut fries.
Oh man, I haven't had one of those like sweet Phillies in a long time. Well, since you made that gluten-free one for me last time.
Oh yeah,
I have to hit that up.
The Philly cheesesteak fries.
So good.
Yep.
So good. Gosh. Yo, so check this out. You remember the Vipers, the little aircraft.
Ooh, I like the Vipers.
You want to be jet bike?
Yeah.
That nobody knows what it does because nobody takes them. So they reduced the points by 40, and you can take squads of 6 of these things.
What? Vipers are
So you
down
can
by
have doubles.
What?
They're down
I think
40
it's
points.
like, please tell me they can take twin links something that's good.
They can take 2 shirking cannons.
6 shots per. So what is that? So they're down 40 points. Are we somewhere in the point cost of like an attack bike, like in the 50, 60 point area?
Let me go look. I forgot exactly already.
Yeah.
Juice, want to hit some of these Q&As? And,
Oh, no doubt.
I'm going to keep trying to roll 6s.
Yeah, I feel that. So for all those worried about, this is Nick here, for all those worried about the Wraith Knights and how real they are, there's a formation tax. This is a good point, Nick. I'm glad that you brought this up. We talk about some of the formations that rule everybody, that this and this. Hey, man, it's not free to take some of these things. So what Nick is saying is this formation tax, to get 5 of them, it's going to get pricey. You might not, we can all talk about, oh, I could have 10 of this or 10 of that. If the points don't allow, you can't have it.
Well, you know,
That's true.
I have the build out right
Austin
here.
Austin wrote one, but it's true because you actually lose objective secure on the bikes in that. But if you don't want to go with 5 and you want to go for balance 2 or 3, you could just do the formation and a cat with all your jet bikes in it in one army.
Yeah, so you have to basically
you can't outline with your primary, but you could have a CAD and this detachment. So it's all good.
Well, to me, I mean, it doesn't seem too bad. I mean, you can take the Wind Rider host, and this is what Austin was talking about earlier. The Farseer on bike, Warlock on bike, Viper with the 2 shirking cannons, which we've already determined is pretty good. We're still working on the points there, and 3 units of 3 bikes. So that's 9 bikes and 5 Wraith Knights, and that fulfills your compulsory on the formation thing, and then you get to take multiples of the Wraith Knight.
Is that 1850?
So, that's 1850.
That seems good.
It seems pretty solid, to be honest.
Can Farseer are they still the best demonology guys in the game?
They do not get Malefic anymore. They get
so they can't demon farm, and that's a huge bonus actually. Because I'll tell you how many games I lost to Eldar just because of their ability to have one guy with 3 warp charges make a unit of demons every turn and never get hurt.
Now there is a way to get them to manifest the what is it? What's the thing with all the Farseers? Gosh, why am I so out of it today?
Council?
Yes, the Council. If you take the Council, you get to manifest on 3+. So some of those warp charge 4s don't seem to have that anymore.
Oh,
that's good.
Man.
Yeah.
Intense.
It's pretty.
Coach is asking about a wash for terrain. Man, he's saying he doesn't want to use like 47 pots of DW wash. Actually, if you hit up TPM, the People's Murphy, he has a super clutch wash that he made. Full the Devlin mud, if I'm not mistaken.
It looks good.
It looks good. It looks super.
Yeah,
fresh.
it's pretty. Yeah. He was just out of craft store stuff. You know, like the OG days. I think he posted this formula on the Forge Narrative page.
Yeah, go check it out. Man, so Clay Cruz, man, that's like a supermodel name. Like, you must be a G with a name like that. You're a baller. So, but he wants to know what is better, Robbie B. This is all down your alley. Is the Viper or the Forge World Hornet, which is a better platform?
Obviously, the Hornet is one of the most OP things.
I mean, well, now let's take a look at it. The Hornet is multiple hundreds of points. I think they're roughly 180 right now. You can take 2 of the Pulsars, which we're not confirmed. We don't know what they do yet.
Oh, that's right. They changed the weapons. That's right. Never mind. Who knows?
But you can take Shuriken. But why would you take 2 Shuriken on a Hornet when you could take a Viper for like a third to a quarter of the points?
That's true. I kind of forgot that the weapons are changing because back in the day, obviously, they were the most, I'm not thinking Wargaming, but
they were the only thing that hit on 3s in the Eldar army almost.
Yep.
But now the only thing that really makes them the heat are the fact that they're armor 11.
Mm-hmm.
And also they could move flat out, right?
Yeah, they can snap fire.
And when you had that many shots, it was still pretty good.
Yeah. So it looks like Viper squadrons are 50 points right now for one. So there's a way to get there's a way to arm them and get a really significant points reduction, and that seems like a good thing to me with 2 of them Shuriken cannons.
2 Shuriken cannons is 50 points total on that thing.
Yeah.
We know
I'm
one
actually
is.
not sure exact points.
One is.
Yeah. I think if you take them in the squadron, you get a reduction.
Yo, VP is saying in that sounds like the Wraith Knight is taking all the hype and the glory from the book, while the rest of the army beats you with his effectiveness. Like that's actually the moral in the story of Eldar. It's like they are so point efficient, pound for pound.
More than ever before.
Yep. Very
Seems
well.
like everything is solid in there. The Wraith fighter is really good. It's got the Distort too. It gets 2 warp charge even, so you can roll on telepathy because it's still
Yep.
We talked about, is that the Hunter? The Crimson Hunter does that, or
the Wraith. What's it called? The Wraith one. Wraith Fighter, I think it's called. And that also has the template Ds. And remember too, because it does have Skyfire, you can shoot these Distort templates at Flying Monsters creatures.
Yep. Oh yeah, that's not good.
No, that's not good for Flying Monsters creatures.
That's not good for. I mean, that's good for somebody. The scrawny Xeno scum. Not good for those poor demons just minding their own business.
I mean, these are all just like, these are all just like assumptions and like seeing, translating stuff from Italian and things like that. I mean, there's going to be way more stuff out there once we get the books in our hands this weekend. I'm sure there's just going to be all sorts of crazy builds.
What day is it? Friday?
Friday or Saturday, whenever I guess your local stores get them in there. And then we got the Assassins coming out next week. They're looking fresh. Those new models.
Oh
man.
No doubt, man. I can't wait to see some of those in action.
So, are they just getting models, no new rules, or what's the deal there?
They have the data sheets. They come with you get a little pamphlet in the box, and they look to be about the same. It looks like there's a couple of clarifications from the Assassin's Codex, because remember that came out and it didn't have. I don't think it was in 7th when that even came out. Maybe it was. It's hard to remember all this stuff.
I think it was. It all blurs together.
I think they added a Precision Strike to the Vindicare that wasn't in the Codex. I have to double check on that.
Man,
that's kind of clutch.
Like I've just been in a general malaise since I heard about this new Eldar stuff, because I just knew in my heart that it was going to make everything that I love about the Demonkin just not good. And so I'm trying to stay focused. In my disappointment with the Bloodthirster. I wasn't disappointed in the Bloodthirster until this guy became a gargantuan creature. And then I got really disappointed in the Bloodthirster. So super disappointed with that. It kind of just reconfirms the whole bringing hobby back statement that we've been making. Hashtag bring hobby back. Please use that on your Twitters, because more and more GW, the company that we have essentially given our entire life to because we love toy soldiers so much, is saying this game is not about going to tournaments, only tournaments. This game is about playing games and doing whatever you want. And it's up to us to make sure we have fun while doing it. It's our responsibility, not their responsibility. Their responsibility is to continue to make awesome-looking models, and coherent rules, and amazing collectibles. That's their job. The rest of it's on us.
That's what they do.
Yeah,
that's what they do.
They don't seem to be anywhere near stopping either. The stuff they keep putting out just blows us away.
And everybody at home, don't get discouraged about the Eldar. We're going to talk about it. You know, and we're going to talk about ways to beat it like we always do. We're going to come up with cool lists. Matter of fact, I know next Wednesday we're going to back on track with our segments, and we've got a lot of stuff coming up down the pipeline to talk about how you beat this, how you can do this. So don't fret, you know.
Yeah, so I mean, obviously, all elements are about bringing hobby back. Winning games is important to the hobby, so that's why the Long War shows you how to build models, shows you how to paint models, and also shows you how to beat people. Yep. You know, like they're all parts of this hobby, and so that's why. Thank you, Juice, for coming in and showing everyone like why you're in charge of battle reports. Mm-hmm. Like I'm over here like, oh, what do I do? Eldar's so good. And you're like, don't worry, we're gonna beat some Eldar. You know.
We'll throw some lists out there. So Gnarls, thank you for chiming in. He is a big Eldar player, and he says that he knows that the book has taken a lot of hate, but he plays a giant foot list. Which, man, I used to really enjoy seeing those every once in a while. You don't see them anymore. I commend you, a full golf clap, full round of applause that you're still doing it. And he still thinks with the new upgrades, Choots and Elites can be completely OP now. And I'm happy to see it, man. Like, any list. A lot of people don't think it's fun playing against 5 Tyrants. A lot of people don't think it's fun about playing a lot of different things, you know. But when you can change something up and Gnarls play a list like you do, that's awesome. That's bringing the hobby back.
You know, and something to touch on that sort of list too. Board control is a viable tactic in this day and age with all these Maelstrom objectives and a lot of tournaments going to objectives. You want to have those
big objectives as well.
Yeah, you want to have those big squads that can spread out. And yeah, you're going to have the little Wraith Knights that can go in and engage things, but having those big blob squads that can spread out and just start taking over the table, you know, is a really good thing too. Don't underestimate it.
Yeah, we're talking about having a battle report up against Eldar as soon as the next cycle of videos on the Long War. Ooh. So we might have something up here really soon, next Friday, even in Hall of Veterans. So.
Yeah, we're gonna try to get something out fresh, quick for you guys, because a bunch of us are coming together on the fly.
Yeah, because obviously that's what we do here. The Long War. It's a lot of work, and this is our passion, just like it's all your guys' passion. I don't get discouraged. I just get tired. That's why they invented Red Bull, son.
That's right, Red Bull's caffeine. Robbie B, to go back to your point, though, it was very good about the board control, and I apologize. Somebody had may have put a statement or question up about in the queue, and I saw that it got missing. But their question was, is a 100-man power armor list still good? And actually, preferably, they were talking about the bolter drill.
Yeah, the Sentinels of Terra thing's pretty strong. I mean, Nick Rose has done really well with it, but he uses it on scouts.
Yep. So I mean, no, and that is board control. When you put 100 guys down on the table, and God forbid those guys are benefiting from cover and that 3-up power armor, man, that's the truth. And you're talking maybe you don't want to even necessarily do drop pods, or you can or whatever, but you can just put 100 models out on the table, like. You're going to get your points in the first 3-4 turns. You might even get so many that your opponent can't even come back from it.
Yeah, that's a really good point. That's obviously models matters. Like how many bodies can you have on the table? That's always been an important part of the hobby. And Sentinels of Terra have been coming. I mean, like Nick Rose has been showing us. Nick the Truth Rose has been showing us like how good they are. And he's been going with scouts just because like scouts are so cheap. And when you twin link BS3 bolter, it's still better than a BS4 bolter, and that's what he's been. He's like, it's infiltrate and scout. Like obviously 100 power armor is good, but what about 60 scouts?
Yeah.
than all the other things you can have in your army, you know?
That's
Yeah,
a
if
good
you can
point.
jump on objectives, like majority objectives before the game even starts, and then just start contesting and or forcing their directional, movements, or just basically forcing the tempo of the battle. That's pretty huge in my opinion.
Yep.
You're gonna need things like this to go against this Eldar since we're talking about Eldar for sure.
Good point.
Yeah.
Roger's letting us know, man. Thank you, brother. On May 2nd, Hobbytown in Fayetteville is having its grand opening. Its second grand
awesome.
opening, if I'm not mistaken. They're having double the gaming space, so check it out. So thanks, man, for posting up. And anybody else, any of the veterans or anybody furthermore out there that watches us, and let us know what's going on in your local area, and we'll shout it out. Try to give as much publicity your way as possible.
Absolutely, that's how you bring hobby back. Like I said, I'll say it again. Please, if you guys on your Twitters, we're trying to get this hashtag to start trending so we can start creating awareness, because Twitter is the biggest social media element there is in the world, not just our hobby. So please, hashtag bring hobby back. Start putting it on your pictures. When you're posting up with your friends about 40K, we really want to start driving this community forward into this new world of let's just have fun and play with our models and all work toward that goal together.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah,
Hey, no bullying. Bully the bullies.
Yep. And if you can't do it, all juiced up, you'll be there.
Yep. Yo, we're on the way.
Hey, I
Also,
want to get to one of these questions real quick in here about the box cap 40K.
Box
there
cap,
it is.
40K box cap.
The Stern Guard 2-up poison work on the Wraith Knight. So poison only affects, verbatim from here, attacks with a sniper special rule only cause a wound on a roll of a 6. Attacks with the poison special rule only cause a wound on a roll of 6. Unless the attack strength is high enough, the attack strength would cause a wound on a lower result. So if you got, poison, it's like strength.
So strength 4 poison is not going to get it done.
Yeah, not going to get it done. You're going to need a 6. So that's, they are a little bit more resilient than we're used to, yes. I feel like.
Yeah, that's the thing. They just got, for almost no points, they got a lot more resilient, and now they have, that's the thing, like my major concern is I don't care about the field of pain and everything like that. What I'm upset about is the stomp. Because here's the real root of my depression, for today. The Lord of Skulls.
No.
Still, 888 points. Still doesn't have a stomp. Can we all just put our heads down and 5 seconds of silence? The Lord is like, I thought about playing the Lord of Skulls this week. He's actually just died officially to me.
Yeah, he's dead. There he is. I wish I had a beer. I wish I had something to pour it out for him. Yeah, and that's where, man, I'm glad, Kenny, there's like a couple points here, man. This is where some people's frustration is, and maybe that's where you hear some people venting. Man, I can't tell you how many times I have when me and my personal army are this and this, and sometimes you just got to know it's not the fact that we're hating on somebody else. We're hating the fact that our models that we love so dear don't get some of that.
Yeah, first of all, you don't hear me talking about how I wish a broadside can kill one. I couldn't care less about a stupid broadside. Yep. I want the Lord of Skulls to kill one.
It seems like that would be like an epic matchup too, right? Like little Tonka truck, Lord of Skulls rolling up to a Wraith Knight and like. Poof.
Yep.
Oh,
hey, and I know we're coming to the end. It's right at the hour. I just did want to give an update for everybody. I hate to kind of get it serious, but my pops had his first session of chemo today. I just want to give everybody some heads up. I know quite a few of you have been to the GoFundMe account created for my dad, Michael Ford, and that just, man, you have no idea how it just warms my family and myself's heart, how the love that everybody has shown. So I just want to give an update. He had his first set of chemo today, and we're real optimistic on how the outcome will be.
Let me ask you this, Juice. Maybe we haven't talked about it on the Long War, but we've talked about it as friends many times. Like, what are the things your dad's trying to do?
Oh man, absolutely everything. So like, what is he trying to do with the time he has left?
Yes, that's what I mean.
So there is, he was born in Germany. My grandmother's Japanese, and he was born in Germany while my grandfather was stationed there, and that has been his goal. One of his goals in life is to do that. With life gets in the way, he's been to Japan, he's done other trips. He's always said, I'll have time. kind of time's an issue now. So that is
to go to Germany.
Yeah, that is literally the number one thing that's on the book right now to do that. We're hoping that the chemo doesn't affect him too much and it has a positive instead of some of those negatives, so we can send him there. And depending on how much money and we can get everything situated, we want to send as many family members with him as well. Also, Alaska. It's kind of one of those things. If somebody only tells you only got like 9 months, and you want to do everything you can in those 9 months as possible. So that's
all the things you said your whole life that you were going to do. Yeah.
Yeah. When you say to yourself, "Oh, I'll put that off. I'll put that off," all of a sudden now it's reeling in your face.
And I know his brother was in Alaska too, right?
Yep. I have an uncle there. His brother who has a deep sea fishing boat. He works on an oil pipeline. It means a lot on how much love everybody is really showing. This is the first time that I've actually been able to speak about it and not get too emotional. So it just definitely means a lot that we're talking on the show and where everything else. This isn't just a hobby. Like, this is a family and a friendship. That we've created bonds with everybody here. So this is no joke. When you go to a tournament and you're like, man, I don't know anybody, you literally know us.
You always know us.
That is anybody who's here. You're just as like family. So.
Yeah, shout out to good old John who met us at Adepticon. We had our first instance of what you just said, that quote, don't be afraid to come to a tournament by yourself, because we always roll in packs. Like, Juice, Rob, myself, we always go places together. But don't feel bad if you don't have that crew to roll with you, because if one of us is there, you can approach us. And that finally happened for the first time with a guy named John.
We'll roll out to Buffalo Wild Wings together.
He told us.
And drink some beers.
He's like, Juice, remember when you told me, if you don't know anyone, you know me, I'm here. And just pouring vodka in this guy's cups within 4 days.
Where did that vodka come from?
Yeah, let me tell you, we're sitting there playing the team event, and he was literally with us the entire time, drinking with us.
The entire time.
We go, go to dinner. We're having drinks. Come back. We go to our VIP suite. We always get one just for people to hang out in. Man, it's literally, we are not exaggerating. There's a lot of fake people out there. There's a lot of people that want, maybe just too much out of this game. We are all about making friends, talking to people, learning experiences. So, without a doubt.
And you don't have to bring vodka. You can have no vodka. It's still cool.
That's right, because we're gonna have it. Well, this guy's gonna have it.
Yeah. We will have something. We will have something for sure.
Everyone has a vice. Your vice might not be alcohol, but we'll find your vice by the end of the night.
And hey, if your vice is beatboxing, we got that too.
Yeah, we do.
Kenny will bust out some wicked freestyle.
Do we have time for me to read my current possible champion on my birthday shout-out list?
Oh,
I would love to hear it. Go for it.
We would be doing it injustice if we didn't.
Yeah, so Ben Hopper, may Zinch mystify you with responsible alcoholic beverages. May Corn anoint your steak. Allow Sinesh into your bedroom and let Nurgle ... Well, just smile. Happy birthday, bro.
Oh,
nice.
Love it.
He definitely knows you.
Oh, a big old Nurgle pie.
Yes, sir. But I guess that's it.
All right, guys. So I think we're at time. Thanks so much for hanging in there with us. We will have this webcast up tomorrow on the Long War, and starting next week, these will only be on the Long War for you to watch, right, Kenny?
Not only, it'll go to our current model, which is all our videos, are a week behind on our channels, and they're available a week early to the veterans. It'll go to that model.
All right, so you'll have another piece of exclusive content for the veterans. If you haven't checked it out already, go on over to the Long War. Sign up to become a veteran of the Long War. It's free, so definitely check it out. We're adding stuff there literally every day.
Literally every day. Yeah.
I seem to add stuff every day, so I'll say that. All right, guys, thanks for hanging in there with us. Good night, Kenny. Good night, Juice.
Night, everybody.